a freshman with a 4.0 GPA. His name is Brady Aydelotte.
First, before I start, I'd like to thank all of the flag bearers for the magnificent procession. Honorable Secretary and esteemed delegates, the topic of this address is what the role of the UN will be in the 21st century. Well, what was the role of the UN in the 20th century in 1945 when it was created? The UN was created to foster world peace. So what has changed? The times have changed, certainly. Many countries now have space programs. In the 40s, no country had even made it to space. Personal computers were found all over the world, though in the 40s, the only computers that could be found were several rooms in size. However, even if times have changed, people have not. People still fight, people still hate, and people still see the differences between themselves and their neighbors before they see how everybody is so very much alike. Therefore, the role of the UN in the 21st century must be the same as it always has been, to protect and uphold the idea of world peace and the belief that all mankind is entitled to freedom, prosperity, and equality. This goal has never been one that is easy to pursue, and this delegate doubts that it ever will be. No technology nor magic serum exists that can make humans see themselves as links in a greater whole. However, technology can be used to help educate and inspire all peoples. It can be used to pursue and capture criminals, fight diseases, feed the hungry, clothe the destitute, and the list goes on and on. Technology can also be used to exploit, demean, and destroy. Thus, we must first change ourselves before we can hope to change the world. This change in ourselves will be much harder than changing the world around us, for it is merely a reflection of our collective good and evil. People are at a disadvantage in trying to change themselves, for we cannot always see our own faults. And when we can, we usually don't want to admit to them. Yet this is what we must first do. See ourselves, rich and poor, great and small, weak and strong, as people with faults and weaknesses. In seeing this, we become stronger. When we see our weaknesses for what they are, simple human faults, we must then find the desire present within each of us to change and become better people. After we find the strength, we must work diligently to change ourselves for the better. This is never an easy battle, but once someone knows that he has conquered even one small prejudice or oversight, he knows he can do it again. If you would recall a man who became famous for change, Mahatma Gandhi, his method of change through civil disobedience changed our world forever. Before Gandhi was killed, people from all religions, both genders, and all walks of life prayed with him and listened to what he had to say. Gandhi never commanded an army or a country, and he had little worldly wealth. Even so, he had great power over people because of the strength of his ideals. Gandhi believed in equality, and he worked hard for it. And yet, even Gandhi was not perfect. Gandhi himself wrote that as a younger man, he had abused his wife. This Gandhi freely admitted, and yet he changed himself into one of history's greatest figures. Nobel Peace Prize recipients such as Baroness Bertha von Sutter, Theodore Roosevelt, Martin Luther King, and Mother Teresa demonstrate that moral progression is not limited to gender, race, or nationality, but is the product of a continuous effort for self-improvement. I cannot promise you that our efforts to change ourselves can ever be wholly successful. Indeed, many of us will strive our whole lives and never conquer one bad habit. Yet as the seeking counts more than the finding, so must the striving count more than the gain. However, if we truly believe that we can change the world, I know that we can, and I will promise you that this world will change. Slowly for certain, but change it will. And as we labor in this cause for peace and justice, others will be inspired and add themselves to our number, until humanity itself is swept away into a brave new world, a world I long to see.